You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Elf Centered is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. To support this show and hear new episodes before anyone else, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media for more information. And thank you for your support. You do whatever you want to do. I don't care anymore.
No, that's not what I meant. That is not what I meant. Oh my gosh.
I have seen the reviews, all right? I have seen the reviews. Everybody loves Beatrice. Everybody loves Gary. Nobody loves Gavin. So it's your show. You just do whatever. You start the show.
That's crazy.
We can't start the show without you, Gavin. I mean, you're like the glue. You're the solid. You're the solid basement.
Right. You're like
to our mushroom hut.
I do not disagree with you at all. All right, I'm saying is that I just know that since we got reassigned and I got this top secret job, there isn't a wall, but I have felt sort of a wall.
Look,
starting.
The wall that's going up is the wall that your job has created. I'm being honest. Like I have shared with you too so many secret recipes that I should not have, but. I've shared those secrets, and I think it's a little. I think there could be some secrets sharing going the other way.
But I can't share the secrets. Like that's part of the job is that it's top secret.
I don't think you should share secrets, Gavin, and I don't think we should ask him to. Gary. I think no offense to you, but your cocoa recipes, sharing those are a lot different than the stuff that Gavin is working on. But you should introduce the show.
Welcome to Elf Centered. My name's Gavin.
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Top Secret Gary.
Do you know how much trouble I got in for saying what color the walls were? For implying what color the walls were in the room? That you tricked me into saying?
Well, it was my tickle technique. And yes, I know. Okay. All right.
You know how ticklish I am. You know that if you tickle me, I will say anything.
Yeah, that's true.
You better not use that tickle technique on me, Gary. No, stay away.
Don't let him do it.
He's gonna come after me for my scotcheroo recipe.
Yeah, Gary. Gary, you have to understand how important these secrets are. Her scotcheroo recipe is important.
That I understand.
If that got out, everybody would be making their own scotcheroos that tasted just like hers. Not that could ever be possible because you experiment so much.
Sure.
But everyone, and then the specialness of her scotcheroos would go downhill.
That's true. Look what happened to McDonald's when they started sharing their McDonald's hamburger recipes with everybody. Everybody started making them out, and now McDonald's is out of business.
Yep.
Well, in the North Pole.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Our franchise went.
It's fine. It's fine everywhere else.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I don't know. I've heard reports that it's not fine everywhere else.
Oh, really?
I've heard they're scrambling. They're doing salads, sirloin steaks. They're doing whatever they can to get people in that door.
Ooh! It's like that IHOB.
Yeah, that a few months ago, that big International House of Pancakes made burgers.
International House of Burgers.
Well, I've never eaten at an IHOP or an IHOB.
Yeah,
we don't have them up here, but I've seen them on my travels. But
have you eaten at the ICOB?
What's the ICOB?
It's the International Church of Beer. Have you eaten there? It's delicious. It took me a minute. Because I was looking at my watch.
You've apparently eaten there a lot. You forgot the name of it.
Well,
I have not eaten there, but that sounds like somewhere I would love. But listen, I'd like to get back to this thing that Gavin has that nobody likes him or appreciates him on the show. And I would like ridiculous. To encourage listeners out there who are longtime listeners to,
draw him a picture. Draw him a picture of him doing what he loves the most, which is...
I like hanging out with my penguin, Harvey.
Okay.
I like playing my ukulele.
Okay.
Because, as you know, my ukulele is like a full-size guitar because I'm an elf.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like barbecue, which I've said before.
Right.
You love barbecue.
I love, I love barbecue. And
so if you could draw a picture of Gavin with his penguin Harvey, and he's stirring a batch of barbecue with his ukulele.
I don't know why I do that, but I would be very impressed with that picture. Yeah, of course. I would love to see that picture. Any kind of
appreciation for Gavin's work. Just send in notes or, reviews.
I will say I do feel a little bit, you guys, as much as it may seem like that there is a wall, you guys are very good at reaching through the wall and making me feel good, and I appreciate hanging out with you. And I apologize if my behavior has not been good, and I apologize for insinuating that I didn't want to hang out with you, because you're both very good elves, and I love hanging out with you guys.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Well, you're under a lot of
pressure
and stress and strain, and we understand that.
I mean, not that we're not under stress and strain. Like, we're supervisors.
Of course.
Supervisors. Of course. I'm a one-stop shop.
Oh, man, I
have to do everything.
I have to say that the meal you had the other night with the cranberry souffle was delicious. It was amazing.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it was to make up for that mac and cheese he massacred.
What?
That was a great makeup for the mac and cheese you massacred.
Gary.
Nobody puts broccoli rabe in as a topping.
I think broccoli rabe and mac and cheese go really well together, because you've got the salty creaminess of the mac and cheese with the slight bitterness of the broccoli rabe. I love those combinations, but thank you for the feedback.
I liked the mac and cheese.
Thank you.
Did you? Yeah, but nobody's.
I will say this.
You picked it out.
I will say this. It wasn't the best meal. It was not like the cranberry souffle, but my parents used to take me to fast food place after fast food place after food, so I may not have the most refined palate in the entire world. I even, admittedly, didn't mind some of Hortense's cooking. A lot of it I did not like.
Oh, man, we can't take your opinion for nothing then.
I'm just saying, but I like the mac and cheese.
Well, I'm just trying to keep us all strong here in the North Pole.
Well,
and that mac and cheese stuck to your ribs.
It certainly did.
Yeah.
Mine stuck to my plate because I wasn't interested in eating it.
Gary.
Sorry. Well, does anybody have any? Well, it's not like maybe I'm just dishing out what I'm taking, because some people are complaining about. I'm gonna remove that suggestion box from my
from the cocoa station
right outside my office.
It's overflowing. I could barely get a suggestion in.
Yeah, well, I noticed there's a couple from you. There's too many, and the ideas are cuckoo.
Like what? What are some crazy ideas?
Yeah. Spaghetti
cocoa.
Spaghetti cocoa. Because then you put what their idea is that you put in spaghetti, and then you cook the spaghetti, the noodle, in the chocolate sauce, and then you serve it with it's like a bitter paste that's supposed to be the whipped cream on top, but that's piled on top, and then you eat it with a fork.
Now, because I have heard of chocolate pasta before. Like, there is that. It's like kind of a dessert thing.
Right.
But you wouldn't put, like, a bitter paste on top. It's like a sweet thing. Like, you would actually put whipped cream on top of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, right. That would make sense.
Whose suggestion was that?
That's a cuckoo bird suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it?
Can you say on the...
Yes. Larry Corbett.
Larry Corbett.
He's my Bane.
Larry, he works.
Works in the motor pool.
In the motor pool.
Motor pool, and then he works halftime motor pool and halftime haberdashery.
He works with Zeta's boyfriend in the motor pool.
And then halftime in the haberdashery. You should see him.
Well, I don't need a new hat, and I don't drive.
You don't drive?
I do drive, but I don't. I've been walking places. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
I thought
have
you
a
were
reason.
looking fitter.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah. See, that's why broccoli rabe and mac and cheese. But are there any suggestions that you've had that you are going to incorporate? Gary?
Well, yeah, there's a. I liked there was one very intriguing. It was like a baked Alaska vibe. So
I like baked Alaska,
and it's like what you do is it's a hot chocolate base, typical, but it's a Mexican hot chocolate, and then you use and then there's like a raft made out of cinnamon sticks that lays on top of the hot chocolate, and then there is it's the crispin. So basically, you have that raft, so that supports the whipped cream mountain shape that goes on top of the glass. Then there's a small little guy that's made out of peppermint that goes inside of that marshmallow thing, and then you put some alcohol on it and burn it at the top.
Oh, that actually sounds really good. You calling it the crispin?
Yeah, because it's frozen in the middle.
I can see
kind of like the king cake idea, where there's a little baby inside the king cake.
Yeah.
Whose suggestion was that?
Well,
oh, you don't want to say?
Was it Larry's?
He has hit and miss. That one was a slam dunk grand slam.
Oh, so he's your Bane.
Yeah.
And your
Boon.
He's
my Bane and Boon.
He's my Bane and Boon. It sounds like a song that we should be dancing to at the barn dance. Speaking of
the barn dance, we got the barn dance coming up.
Yep.
The barn dance is.
What's this year's theme? Is just barn dance.
This year's theme is rodents, which is a weird theme to have. But they want people to dress as like raccoons and rats and mice and
because
possum.
They're in a barn.
It's Hortense's idea. Oh. Yeah, it's Hortense's idea.
But she doesn't even know what animals are. You could dress as a Cadillac car, and she'd think it was a car. She wouldn't know. She doesn't know. Remember when we asked her about the animals that they're pets.
They're pets. Yeah. Well, I hope she doesn't try to hire an exterminator at the. You know what I mean? Like have the barn dance and an exterminator comes in.
I'm going to dress as a chipmunk.
Oh, I love it.
That's perfect.
You're perfect.
You would be a perfect chipmunk.
Yeah, your teeth are excellent for
chipping
a
monks.
chipmunk. Yeah. And I might, don't tell anybody that I might try to dress like a koala. Not a rodent, but I wonder if I can get by.
Well, again,
I think you should try.
If it's up to Hortense, you won't know.
Yeah,
nobody's turned away from the barn dance.
That's
exactly.
True.
And if like you could just speak in an Australian accent and say, "G'day, mate. I'm a rodent down under."
Yeah, nobody would know.
Right.
Gary, do you have an idea of what you're dressing up as?
Yep.
Are you going to tell us?
Or is it going to be a surprise?
It's going to be a surprise.
Well, I cannot wait. It's going to be wonderful. That is August 13th is the barn dance, so make sure you have your costumes ready. I want to run through the forecast really quick.
I'm going to be a gardener snake.
You're going to clear out the barn.
Well, then I'm going to have like 4 gardener snake children as my arms and legs.
Oh, boy.
Are you going to be like
I'll look like a raptor.
Is a gardener snake like a snake, but he comes in with a hoe and he's got a wheelbarrow?
Precisely.
He's a gardener?
Yep.
Leaf blower?
Yep. He comes in with a leaf blower. Everyone's going to hate me.
Yeah.
But I might win.
That's true.
I don't know. You know what? I'm tired of the competitions. I'm not going to try to win this year.
There are a lot of competitions.
We always
at the North Pole.
competing with each other. We are the most competitive group of living things I've ever seen.
And I think maybe that's why I felt a little... It's that competitive nature. Why at the start of the show I felt the way I did.
But we're a team.
We are a team.
We're without one, we're just a pair.
Right.
And that's not a team.
All right.
Well, maybe we should work on do like a team, a group style of costume. Maybe animals.
Oh,
maybe we should all be Australian rodents.
Well, you guys don't have to do that for me. If you want to go as some sort of group thing, like if we all decide to go as gardener snakes, we could do that. Or
who is texting you?
Oh, it's Bordy.
Who?
Bordy.
Who's Bordy?
So he's an exchange student.
Did you take it? An exchange student?
Yes.
40?
Did you send one of your penguins somewhere else and then somebody sent 40 here?
Yes. Martin wanted to go to... Martin wanted to go to Jamaica and see how... because he's studying Jamaican art. And so for...
Wait, Martin, your penguin?
Yeah. No, Martin. Yeah, it's Martin, my penguin.
Okay.
Boy.
So he's here, and I made the mistake of giving him my phone number.
Is he going? Well, I hope you would give him your phone number if you're responsible for him.
And he's a stranger here.
Is he go? Is he? Did you enroll him at the high school? Is that where he's at the North Pole High?
Yeah.
Wait, penguins go to high school?
Oh,
well, but he's an exchange student, so I just assumed.
Oh, is he?
Wait, is Bordy in a penguin?
Yeah.
Oh, Bordy's a penguin. I didn't realize. I thought it was a person.
So did I.
I thought this person was just here.
But then it's Gary's world, so of course it's an exchange penguin.
Right.
And
so as a student, is he... You said he was an exchange student. So,
yeah, he's an exchange student.
So is he at the high school?
Yeah, because the penguins down... He's learning stuff about penguin stuff that we do up in the North Pole. And
So where's he from? The South Pole?
He's Jamaica.
Oh, I didn't know they had penguins in Jamaica.
Well, they do. It's a Jamaican zoo.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Well, you got to bring him by. I would love to meet Bordy.
You know, the funny thing is, I will. The funny thing is, he doesn't look like a penguin. I mean, like a typical penguin.
Yeah.
The thing is, he posted online in the program. Looks pretty much like a regular penguin. But when he showed up, the picture doesn't...
You're not getting scammed, are you?
Oh.
Martin's okay, right?
Well...
Have you heard from Martin?
I have. Yeah, he wrote me a letter.
Oh. Did it look like his hand? First of all, penguins write letters. But, Gary, your penguins are very talented. But did it look like his handwriting?
Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe now to just mention it.
Oh, we need to investigate this.
Yeah.
Something hinky is going on.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the forecast coming up, we've got some snow. And it's a surprise to no one. Coming up next week, we have a full week of snow. That's right. Snow from Sunday to Sunday, all the way through. Thank you for tuning in to Elf Centered. My name is Gavin.
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Gary.
And we will talk to you, and hopefully maybe we'll meet Bordy, and we'll find out what happened to Marty. So you got a letter from him, but you're not sure that the handwriting looks like...
Well, it was brief.
What did it just say?
Help.
Oh.
Just kidding. It said...
This episode of Elf Centered was completely improvised by Jayne Entwistle, Chris Sheets, and Grant Baciocco. Elf Centered is a production of Saturday Morning Media and is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Huge thanks to Shay Stewart, Mer Lafferty, Jeff Peterson, Dale Gadania, Stephen Staver, Jackie Klimo, Melissa Crawford, Dave Slusher of the Evil Genius Chronicles, Mike Coughlin, Dorothy Baciocco, John D., Kathy Crawford, Brian Greer, Carrie Whitney, Chuck Tomasi from the Technorama Podcast, Chris Foster, Stephen Ing, Clinton of ComedyForecast.com, Vicky DeVries, Mike Wobschall, Twitter user Butts and Gear, a.k.a. Wildcat, Eve Cunning, Mike Hamilton, Gaston Moreno, Reed Loveland, Ivan Asquith, Vanessa Whitney, Peggy Etra, Kristen Hogan of Squid Friends, David Akers, Zoe Palladino, Ellen Multari, Christopher Harris, Rachel Jackson of Vox Fabuli Puppets, Carolyn Weisner, John Petty, Rachel Hansen, Darcy Prevost, Fernando Torres, Ron McAdams, Perlicue Magic, Jason Domer, Lee Barrett, Casino Skunk, The Misty Minute, Peter Capesser, Night Gig Studios, Joelle Recht Fertig, Adrian Rose Leonard, Earth to John Francis, RJ, Ginger J. Fitz, Megapodtastic, Paul Brunel, Jamie Hitchcock, Catherine Hannaford, Alan Gratz, Rachel Gibbous, John R. Donald, Jude Major, Miss Maudie and her buddies, and Molly Smith. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. Elf Centered is copyright 2018 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco executive producer, all rights Tickets reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.